Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Lisa, and I'm glad you came over to Yogi Hollow Farm today. A lot of you know we're in South Dakota, and it's been brutal this week. I'll be honest, I've had enough of it. We've had 4 days so far. Today is Thursday. You'll see this tomorrow. It's Friday. I've had enough of the polar vortex that's been sitting here and sitting here and sitting here. So let me give the pigs their midday feeding because of the cold, and we'll talk about that some more. So come on along.
The past 2 days we've had daytime highs of 0 degrees or 1 degree, and at night we've had as low as negative 30 degrees, and that's Fahrenheit.
Hi girls. Hi girlies. I know, you're all excited. You're liking this extra feeding stuff. It's not as cold, so you're not getting so much. There you go.
We've mentioned before in our other videos, during times of extreme cold, our animals get extra food, specifically grain for the pigs, to help them create their own internal heat.
Grant, my little wild man. Come on. I was so cold and kind of feeling blah this morning that I didn't go back in and get bowls. Usually I get them out. No, Sherm. Please don't eat my feet. Please don't eat my feet. Hey, watch out, Sherm.
The pigs have done really well, and what they usually do is burrow in the extra shavings that they're given, and they end up just nesting the entire time.
Here, Sherm. Here, Grant. We are gonna let the turkeys out because it's actually above 0 today, and the turkeys have been locked in the coop. They've been in the coop since Monday night because they don't go in at all, and it was snowing and they had snow on their backs, and I know they're hardy, but we were down to, I think, minus 28, minus 30 with a wind chill, and I just don't want to lose them.
Have you ever had to make hard decisions like this on your homestead with your animals? Let us know in the comments down below.
And then if I need to tonight, it's going to be minus 8 is what they're saying. I'll put them back in. Go ahead. Freedom! Yes, that is the taste of freedom. So now that they're out, I'm going to check on the coop. So I'm just going to put a little more shavings in there. We went into the cold part of this weather with clean coops, especially the turkeys because they weren't in it. So I'm just gonna dump some shavings in there to get us through this cold snap, and then we'll clean their coop out after, because as you can imagine, they've been busy going to the bathroom. So the turkeys are all set, and they look good. They look real good. I feel better about having them in there. Let's go check on the girls. Brr. Hi, ladies. How we holding up? How we holding up in here? How we holding up? So the chickens, they're holding up good. They were a little lethargic yesterday. All of them, not just one or two. All of them were a little lethargic. We did rub them down with bag balm before the freeze hit to keep their combs and wattles moistened, but at the same time to help prevent a little frostbite. And everybody's looks really good. Dwight still has a little frostbite from the last cold snap we had.
The frostbite areas are the ones that are discolored on his red comb, so the whitish black areas are the ones that were damaged tissue.
But overall, their combs and wattles look pretty good. Sometimes it's hard to tell though until it turns black. They look a lot more alert today than they did yesterday. They're very excited to see me. Yesterday they didn't even move. Okay, let me get in there. Let's get some eggs.
Yesterday morning was the morning after we had minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit wind chills, and as you can see here, all the chickens had frost on their backs from being on the roost all night because it was so cold.
So we got a, I don't know if you can see it, but we got a cracked egg in here. I'm gonna knock that out. And we'll be right. Our coop is really awesome. I mean, I really like the design of it. One of the flaws is when it gets really, really cold, we have a full door that we have to leave open. And so I put a thermal curtain panel on the door because we don't have a little door opening like most. And quite honestly, that's been a godsend for them because they can go in and out. And I know chickens are hardy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sounding like I'm babying them, but you know, mine aren't used to that kind of weather, and having it for 5 days gets a little brutal on them. But they're doing great. They're doing great now. But I just put that curtain up, and it's kept the coop warmer. The sun's on the coop all day, so that just helps them to get a little extra warmth in there, and they can get a chance to get in there and do fine. And some of them stay out, some of them stay in. So I think it works out real well. Of course, it's dark, but I'm not putting lights on because really I'm not worried about eggs right now. I just want them to be well. We started off with a nice clean coop this weekend, and now it's filthy again because they've been inside all week, but we'll get through that and we'll clean it when it's over. So I got a pocket full of eggs, so I'm walking slow so they don't clink together and break. We've had a lot of frozen eggs this week, even though I go out constantly to check on them. I have a couple girls who like to lay on the floor, and when they do, the eggs freeze. If they laid in the nest, we'd be better off. But let's go inside, and I wanted to talk to you guys about motivation and staying motivated and not being able to stay motivated, because I think it's important. So it feels good to be inside. It's been a long week for me. I'm just feeling unmotivated, feeling like my energy is zapped and feeling drained. And if you were watching Mountain Grandma's channel in the live that we do on Tuesdays with her, I talked about having a pity party, and it's okay to have one, but you got to get off of it. It's been a hard time getting off of it this week. You know, I'm not one to complain about cold weather. I deal with it. I embrace it. I know it happens. We're in a cold climate. But we are not used to having the sub-zero temps that we had this week for the past 4 days. And I feel like it's drained me. I feel like I don't really want to do much. But at the same time, when I say that, I don't mean that I don't want to do what I'm doing. I still love what I'm doing. And sometimes I think that gets misconstrued or misunderstood by people. They think that when you say that, you don't like what you're doing or you stopped loving it. That's not the case. I have no problem going out to feed my animals extra times or checking on them or going to get eggs so they don't freeze. I don't have a problem with that at all. Instead, I'm just being a human being and letting you know that it's just been a hard week. And I know that I'm not alone. I know that there are places in this world, like the folks up in Canada, the Cow Emporium in Alberta, Bramble Hill Homestead up in British Columbia. They're dealing with these temperatures on a regular basis. And they're probably watching this now and saying, suck it up, right? But we're not used to this. You know, we get it for a day or two, it passes and it's gone. You know, last year we had the polar vortex for about 7 days. You know, so we have that one long stretch, and we had it again this year for now, but we just don't get that prolonged cold period. But I just have to give them kudos because I think it's taken everything out of me. And I think part of it is being home now. You know, because the house is maybe 65 degrees because we can't get it much warmer than that. And 65 is beautiful. But I'm kind of over 65 degrees. Today I'm feeling like I can't get warm and all I want is 80 degrees, you know? So I guess, you know, my whole point of this video is just sharing that I'm human. We all go through times like this. And even though somebody else may think you're being silly about it or whining or whatever, it's okay. It's okay. You're allowed to have those times where you just have had enough. Like, I've had enough of being cold this week. My hands and feet have just been cold all week long and I can't get warm. So, you know, we muddle through it, we get through it, and we're going to do it. So, we are looking forward to warmer weather on the weekend. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to be running around outside celebrating because we're supposed to hit 55 on Sunday and I'm blown away. And we might go ice fishing again. And I think that would be really good because I think I need to get out of the house. I think cabin fever has hit really bad this week. So, but hey guys, I didn't mean to be a downer. I just wanted to share that we're all human and share that even though I try to be really positive all the time, there's a reality, and the reality of it is this week, I just want it over, you know? So I hope you guys can relate to this. I hope that maybe this message helped you to feel less alone, feel less drained this week, to validate how you've been feeling. But yeah, so I mean, it's a day in the life, and I still love everything that we're doing here. So I hope all of you are staying warm and dry and blessed, and I hope that you have the most amazing day, and take care. Thanks for watching.